Now that you have your website centered on the page and your background color changed, we're going to set these navigation links so that they're rollover images. So you can see that each one is its own slice like we made in Photoshop. And because you saved your Photoshop file with slices, we're able to go back and use that file and export these same images again at the same dimension, which is very important, so that they fit in the same place as an overstate, so that when you roll over these links, that the words will turn white instead of green. That's what style I've set up for this navigation. So if you go back to your Photoshop file with the slices saved in it, and in your layer panel in Photoshop, there should be a folder called Navigation Over, which if you show, shows the overstate of the buttons as if you were rolling over them in the browser. So the words go from dark green to white. So with that navigation over shown in the layers, go to Save for Web and Devices again. And when you're in Save and Web and Devices this time, you can select each one of these links collectively, or you can select any slice individually. So we're going to shift select all three of these links, set it at a JPEG high again, and then once all three of those link slices are selected, hit save. Now we're at this important save window again, and it should be set at HTML and images because that's what we used last time. But this time we want images only, and on all slices, or on slices this time, we want to just use the slices that we've selected in our interface here. I'm going to name the file something that you'll recognize when you're looking for the rollover image, when you're looking for it in your file panel, that you'll be able to see it easily. So I'm going to call it navover.jpg, and it will number them depending on what the slice number is. So we're going to save it at the root folder level, images only, selected slices, and save. So now if you go to your Finder window and look in your images folder, there are 3 new images here of just those links that have the white text instead of the green. So now that you have your over images saved, we're going to go back into Dreamweaver. You're going to select one of these links. We'll start with link 1. So just select it in your table and it will highlight it. And once you have it selected, you're going to hit delete. That's going to create an empty space in your table again, an empty puzzle piece, so that we can place a new rollover image in that area. So click inside that empty space that you just deleted from, and then go into Insert, Image Objects, Rollover Image. That's going to bring up a new dialog box. The image name can be whatever you want it to be. It's mostly for your coding purposes, so that you can quickly, when you are in the code, see what section of code you're in and that you can see you're in the navigation. So we're just going to call it nav1. For the original image, if you browse then and go into your images folder and find link 1 with the dark green, because this is what we want when it's not selected. Then for the rollover image, you want the white one, because that's what will be shown when you roll over that button in the browser. So alternate text is accessibility information. It's just labeling what that image is, so that if someone's using a screen reader, they can tell what it is. So it needs a accurate description, and we'll set up the URL later. Once you have all that stuff in, just hit OK, and you'll see it puts that image in there now. And you can't see that it's a rollover until you look at your file in a browser, or you can just go into the live view built into Dreamweaver. So we're going to save this file first before we check it. And now once it's saved, click the live view button. This gives you a preview of what it will look like in a browser. So once you're in this view, you should be able to roll over this, and the white link appears when you roll over that button. So that's the goal. Now you can go ahead and do that with link 2 and 3. Same process. It's going to be exactly the same thing, just with the different images for link 2 and link 3. And then once you have that completed, that'll be the end of this tutorial. So once you have your 3 links working, test them in your browser, and then go ahead and upload this index file and your images folder onto the server, and send me a URL of that page, and I can check it. And this will be your tutorial homework for Tuesday.